All right, so back with another report with Tau taking on Tyranids in a 1,000-point match incursion. So the table's over there. We'll look at that in a moment. I have brought one patrol detachment of Jormungandr. I said it right this time, I hope. So we have a Tyranid Prime, Kindred exactly Z, Deathspit or Lash of Bone Sword, Adrenal Glands, or sorry, Toxin Sacs, and then the Turbigon. Brought him with the Crushing Claws just because it's been way too long since I've ever ran this little. I know it's not the most optimized way to run him, but it's just, I like the claws. And he's got Resonance Barb and Catalyst for powers. 7 Warriors, 2 Venom Cannons, Enhanced Resistance, and then with the Death Spitters and Bone Swords. Then we have 2 units of 10 Termagants, and then filling out the rest of the army is 3 Carnifexes. Going to be proxying once the Devours as Venom Cannons. They're all kitted the exact same, so Venom Cannon and Devours each, and they also have Enhanced Resistance. That is 1,000 points of Tyranids.
Today for Tau, we have 1,000 points in a patrol detachment. There is a Cold Star Commander with 4 Fusion Blasters. He also has 2 Shield Drones with him. Next, we have the Ethereal and the Breachers loaded into the Devilfish and a Guardian Drone with them. Next, we have 3 Crisis Suits, each with 3 Flamers and 4 Grunt Drones with them. And then lastly, we have proxied in for these 3 Broadsides with High Yield Missile Pods and Shield Drones.
Here's the table we're playing on. It's a strike force, or sorry, incursion mission. So it is only half the table size. So it's literally just a line running along there. We're playing Show of Force from the GT 2020 pack. There's a total of 4 objectives. One here, 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 and then circling back around to this zone. In terms of terrain, everything is obscuring. That's pretty much all we have today on the table. These count as obscuring as well, and we're just saying you can't see through them. It just aesthetically looks cool like that. And then the crate is obscuring. This, however, is not. So if a monster crawls up there and we can see over it, that will count. So for secondaries, I went with Engage on all fronts, deploy scramblers, grind them down. Tau have chosen grind them down, scramblers, and minimize losses, which is from the mission specific. So it's based off how many units are alive at the end of the game. So the more units are alive, the more points that can be earned. So big incentive to kill. So we'll grab a dice here, we'll roll off and see who gets to choose the deployment zone. And then we'll come back after both sides have deployed and take a look at who's going to get first turn. It is a 5 to 6 for the Tau. So Tau get choice of deployment. We'll come back after that's all done. Oh, and deployment's 10 inches up on this side and the other side. So here we are, we deployed. Tau chose the other side. My NIDs are right in front of me here. So going over my deployment, we got the Turbigon, Carnifexes, Gaunts, Warriors, Prime, other Gaunts, and nothing in strategic for me. Tau side, we got the Devilfish with the guys inside with the Ethereal and the drone. Commander there, Broadsides with their little pals, and then the Crisis team is going to be dropping in onto the Tyranid. So we're going to roll now and find out who's going first in this 1,000-point game. It's 5 for the Tau. It's 6 again. Oh my goodness. All right. So we'll come back after Tau turn 1. All right, so Tau movement done. Devilfish moved forward. The Broadsides just moved up just to get a better line of sight down the lane there. And the commander moved forward, staying within 3 inches of that objective though, so he can grab that in his turn. And then the Devilfish also on top of the objective there. So Tau holding 2 as of right now. We'll come back after all the shooting, see what it looks like. So Tau are done their turn. So Broadside's doing some work, pumping out one of these warriors. Down to 6 now in my warrior unit. And that was the end of the turn there. So just kind of playing it slow, playing it smart, holding those primaries, letting me come to him there while I absorb all the fire. So we'll come back after Tyranids turn 1. So moving down with the Tyranids, everything's going for the Devilfish. So over this way, the Gaunts move forward, grab that, I overdrive them, moving twice, throwing scramblers down in the neutral zone. Didn't lose any with the overdrive, so very happy with that. Other gaunts shifted over to grab that objective. Everything's spaced out, so the crisis suits are going to have to come over on this side, which I'm all right with. So we'll come back after psychic and shooting, see how the Tyranids make it. That ends shooting phase. So Devilfish was taken out, and the 2 drones that dropped out were killed by a Carnifex, and then the other drone in the back was killed with Savior Protocols as well. That was between everything here, shooting and smiting in at the Devilfish. So we're going to have a charge coming up. The Warriors are going to go for the Breachers, and we shall see what happens after that. Ends the combat. The Warriors made it in, wiped out the Breachers, moved into just consolidating to the Ethereal. I couldn't possibly get everyone to, in range to fight without coming within 3 inches of him, so I can't overrun and run away. And he has an 8-inch movement, so he'll get away. So I figured, just pile in, be all right. In terms of points, I get 2 for engage. They are in that quarter, and they are 6 from the middle. However, these guys are still in this one, so I have 1, 2, 3, so 2 points for that. This is the end of the turn, so I did get grind them down for this turn. And that is it. So we'll come back after Tau turn 2 and have the reinforcements arrive. All right, movement done for the Tau. So Commander coming forward, ready to take out a Carnifex or 2, potentially. These guys dropped in. There's just enough space they could touch their toes in there and get ready to flame over towards the Termagants. Warriors over here were abandoned by the Ethereal, who zipped back onto this side. Broadside staying still. Hopefully my Warriors can weather the storm because they're about to get hammered by that. So we'll come back after the shooting and see what Tau turn 2 looks like. Tau turn. This Gaunt squad was evaporated by these Flamers. Over this way, the Warriors just withering a storm, just thanks in part to dice. So losing 1 and dropping another one down to 1 wound. So they are still holding strong. And that's it. So in terms of points, 1 unit killed over there for grinded down. So that's 1 point for the Tau. So I have to kill 2 to get mine, and I have to kill 1 at least to deny. And that's it. So we'll come back after Tyranid's turn 2. So that ends Tyranids turn 2 moving. So Tervigon moved forward with all the Carnifexes. Gaunt's overdrived over there, lost 3 of them. Got a 6 on the advance, so they flew up there. Prime moved up to grab that objective. Warriors are slugging forward to go after the broadsides. If I can shut them down, that side of the table will be nice and clear. Those Flamers are going to be a problem, though, so I got to choose. Is that Commander or those Flamers going down? We'll see. See how the smites go. Scoring 15 for primary, and then that's it. So we'll come back after the psychic and shooting phase. All right, so Tyranid shooting done. I elected to shoot at these guys, drop them down to just 1 surviving guy with full wounds. That was between all of this. And then killed off the commander's drones and did a wound to him with the smite attack from the Tervigon. These guys managed to kill off, I think, 1 drone there. So that's it. We'll come back after the charges. The Warriors are going in, and I may attempt to charge with the Carnifex. All right, so that ends Tyranid's turn. So Warriors took a beating on Overwatch, lost 1 guy, I guess not that bad, and took 2 wounds on another. Charged in, killed off a shield drone, the last one. That's it. Rolled really poorly for that, and then the broadsides punched back and killed. Got 5 wounds through, made a bunch of saves, and they killed off the last warrior. So unfortunate, but that's it. So for points, I don't think I got any for engage. I had to kind of split up a little bit, and I think tied on grind it down, I believe. So that's it. We'll come back after Tau turn. All right, so that's movement for the Tau. So no primary scored this turn. However, setting up for the next one, or no, it happens at the start. Yeah. So but he's got it now. Don't worry. The Ethereal's here. So the commander moving over here has line of sight down to the Tervigon and that Carnifex. So a little bit of choice there. This guy flew over and advanced to get nice and far since he doesn't care about hit rolls. So he's going to flame at them, and they used Monka, is it? Yeah, so that was invoked, so these guys can back up and shoot my poor warriors. And then there's also a storm of fire coming from the Ethereal. So that's it. So lots of shooting about to come down upon the Tyranids. So we'll come back after the shooting phase. All right, that ends Tau turn 3. So Between all these guys, Commander, Flamer guy, and these guys firing at the Warriors, dropped them down to 2. They went for the charge, came in. He actually got 3 wounds. And then I failed, or sorry, he got 4 wounds in total. And then I failed 3 of them, and then I made 2 feel no pain. So huge there, getting Catalyst off, or else those Warriors would have been finished off. But that's it for Tau turn 3. So we'll come into Tyrannid's turn 3. So for secondaries, nothing's scored, but this guy's still on the table. If they can kill him, depending on what I do, if I fall back or not, then that'll count as a grind them down point. And then I got some tough units to try and take out right now. So we'll come back after Tyrannid's turn 3. All right, so movement done for the Tyrannid. So getting 15 for primaries, holding those 2. The Gaunts just ran back. I don't know what I'm doing with them. They're just all over the place. But I'm going to heal them. I forgot that it's at the start of your movement phase they get spawned. That's okay, though. Then Carnifex move over, grab that objective. Going to dump into the commander. Prime's going to go up and help that warrior stay alive, hopefully. And then, then we can get the scramblers off. So scrambling to get scramblers off. We'll come back after psychic and shooting. So that ends Tyrannid's turn. So Prime made it in. Did a wound, or 2 wounds to a broadside. That warrior did nothing. They did nothing back. That's it. So the commander being gone gives me 3 points for grind it down. Had he killed that warrior, though, which was still on the table, he would have denied the grind it down. So that's it. We'll come back after Tau turn 4. All right, that ends Tau turn 4. So getting 5 points for primary, the Ethereal holding that objective. This guy flamed it at that warrior, dropped him down to 1 wound, made the long charge in, failed all his hits, spent a CP to reroll the hit, wounded, and then I failed my save, spent my 1 and only CP to reroll it, and failed. So that warrior squad taken out, fully denying me deploy scramblers. So good play there. We'll come back after Tyrannid's turn 4. That ends Tyrannid's turn 4. So took out that last Flamer guy who was giving me some trouble and killed off the Ethereal with some shots from that Carnifex over there with the Devourers. That's it for Tyrannid's turn 4. So Tau to see if they can kill that Prime or something. But that's it pretty much for the game. We'll come back in a moment and take a little recap. Hey everyone, sorry about that. Lost the last clip of the game just due to the memory on my phone being filled up, and halfway through recording that final clip, it just kind of aired out, and then it didn't save anything. So pretty much, like I said, that was the end of the match, and what happened was turn 2, I think, was the big swing point for the Tau, where the broadsides, they just had some really bad rolls and didn't do nearly enough damage to the Warriors. We both agreed that that was the tipping point for the match. Had more Warriors been taken out, it would have hurt me quite a bit and freed up the broadsides to kind of move around and shoot a little bit, or shoot down the center lane. So really that was kind of the big point which tipped the scales and kind of put one of us onto the defensive. But overall, great match, a ton of fun. Always like getting to play the Tau, and we'll be bumping up to 1,500 points for our next match, which is very exciting. So stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for watching.